My name is Vinny D'Agostino, and today for the strategy demonstration video, I'm going to talk about QR codes and how other teachers can implement those into their lessons. The unit that I had was wellness. The topic for this particular lesson is the circulatory system. So, what I'm going to be talking about is how you can work QR codes into the lesson to basically take students to specific sites and information that you want them to focus in on. So the two objectives for this lesson were as follows. The first one is the students will be able to identify the basic parts of the circulatory system, which are the heart and its parts, blood vessels, and blood. The second one is students will analyze the relationship between a healthy heart and engaging in healthy behaviors. The standard is NHES 1 8.1, which is analyze the relationship between healthy behaviors and personal health. So, um, equipment needed. You're going to need some sort of iPad cart or iPod cart, or you're going to need the students to bring their own device with the preloaded application. Now, the application is free, but before we get into the application, let's talk about what the introduction would look like. Now, the introduction is going to be, I like to start with some sort of word of the day, question of the day, to get students thinking right away, get them engaged, locked in, and then hopefully spur a class discussion. Now, the introduction for today is going to be the word of the day, which is components. Now, I want students to take out their notebook and list as many components as they can of the heart. So a lot of students maybe get atrium or aorta or ventricles, but a lot of them won't get the specific valves, septum, myocardium, things like that, the more specific stuff. So hopefully that leads into somewhat of a discussion. You can kind of get a quick little gauge on what students are familiar with and not familiar with. When that discussion is wrapping up, you should be passing out for this particular lesson a PowerPoint note sheet that goes with the PowerPoint you're going to show to intro a lot of the material that students are going to, that will be covering today. Sorry. So the note sheet will basically just be like a guided note sheet. Some of the PowerPoint slides may have blanks, or they might have guided discovery questions. And this note sheet just hones the students in on what they should really be focusing on or taking away from the lesson. And then after you get through the bulk of your lesson, that's when you get to the application part, which is where the QR codes come in. Now, there are 6 QR codes that you will need for this lesson. Now, you can make the QR codes on basically any free website that does QR Maker. If you just go to Google and search QR code maker or generator, there will be probably I don't know, at least 10 websites where you can go and make QR codes for free. How do you do it? You click on the website and it'll say insert link here. You copy and paste the link that you want your students to visit to answer the corresponding question that goes with that QR code. So, for example, you can go to maybe Parts of the Heart, Mayo Clinic. Mayo Clinic maybe has a short video on it. You copy and paste that link into the QR code generator, click generate, and it'll spit out a QR code that is specific to that website. So they might all at first glance look exactly the same, but really they are slightly different, and they will take you to different websites. You might see these QR codes being used in advertisements. Sometimes you'll see them at movie theaters to get people to check out a preview, or you'll see them on like at little billboards, I guess, that you'd see like at a bus stop, just to try and catch people's eye to get them to visit website X, whatever it may be. So, like I was saying, once you have the QR code, you need a QR code reader. If you don't have a reader, you can't. Those QR codes are just weird, squares. So, you can go to the App Store. So we had an iPad. We have an iPad cart at our school, so I can just pre-download the software. But if you don't have access to that, which I know a lot of schools might not have, almost every kid nowadays has a smart device. So for homework the night before, you can say you got to download this free application called QR Reader for iPhone or QR Reader in general. Go to the App Store, you search QR Reader. As you can see, I did QR Reader for iPhone, and it comes right up, and it's free. And there's another one down there. There's probably 5 or 6 of them. So I already downloaded the software, and once you go to the software, the icon looks like that. Sorry. And then click on the icon, and basically it looks like just your camera would look like. So How does it work? It's really just point and it'll scan it and take you to the website. So the application part of this lesson, hopefully your students are in rows or groupings, tables. So to make it easier for yourself, hopefully your transition is smooth. You can say row 1, you're going to be at that station, row 2 there, row 3 there, row 4 there, row 5 there, row 6 there. Once the students are at their stations, you can instruct them to take out their smartphones, or if you had an iPad cart, before they go to their stations, they can grab an iPad. You only would need 6 because there's only 6 stations. So that's an option. So whatever works best for your situation. So while students are going to their designated location, you should pass out the corresponding worksheet that goes with the QR codes. And the corresponding worksheet is going to both integrate cover material that was just taught in class, and there might be some new material that they'll be able to access through these websites that the QR codes will take them to. So let's walk through what the first question or what any of the questions or codes might take you through. So on the worksheet, the first question is watch the first 3 minutes of the video on the structure of the heart. Label 3 of the parts of the heart mentioned in this video using the diagram. And there is a small picture of a heart right under that question. So looks just like this. There's the first question for the QR reader circulatory system review. So how's it work? Do my best here so you can get like a first person's view, but go to QR code 1, and then all you do is click and point, and look at that. Took you right to the website. Now it's might be a little touchy. Maybe that was the wrong one. No problem. Fold this over. Obviously, it'd be better to cut all these up and leave them at individual stations, but let's go again. So to go back to the camera, you just hit X in the top corner, goes back, and now you're back to your camera screen. Click and point, there it is, and where's it going to take you to? Very good. How blood flows through the heart. And you can see, don't mind the ads, there's the video, and you can click and watch the first 3 minutes of the video, and that will help you answer the question.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Interactive Biology TV.
Interactive Biology TV. Same guy does Khan Academy. Khan Academy is another great site to use when teaching either the nervous system, circulatory system, or just health in general. It's a great resource. So all those things are great. So yeah, that's basically how it works. It's very simple. Obviously, you're gonna have to do a little bit of prep beforehand, due to the fact that you have to have your websites picked out, and then you have to make the QR codes that correspond with those websites. But I think it's a great application. It's really relevant, and students can relate to it, and it's free, so you can't really beat it. And then lastly, for a closure, a couple options. One, kids can return to their seats with their filled out worksheet, put the smart devices away. And first and foremost, get feedback, because if your students don't like what you're doing, why are you doing it? So ask them what they thought about the format, and if it's a good format and they think it's something that you should use in the future and it really had them engaged, great. Also, get feedback on group sizes, whether the group size is too big, too small, they have better partner activity, things like that. So just get some feedback from the students. It's important to establish that they know you care about what they think. And then, you can do one of two things, depending on time: go over the answers to the QR Reader Circulatory System Review Worksheet, or collect it and grade it. So you kind of have to go based on how much time you have. And then lastly, to tie the whole thing together and hit on the objectives and the standards, the last question on that worksheet said list 10 heart-healthy exercises. So talk about how those exercises are specific to, hopefully they're cardiovascular exercises, but how they help the heart be strong or become healthier, I guess. So whatever works. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So hopefully you liked it, and hopefully maybe something that other people can integrate. All right, take care.